Hello, my Geminis. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for our reading today. Really appreciate you guys for being here. All right, we're going to jump in starting with our answers deck. We're going to see here what is holding you back, Gemini, and how do you achieve what you desire. Disclaimer, some of the messages that come out might be a little hard to hear, but only take what resonates or and leave the rest behind, Gemini, as you always hear everywhere, okay? This for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Geminis as well. So feel free to check out your other placements videos if this happens to not be your message, or if you need further information. Okay, for my Geminis. What is holding Geminis back? What is holding my Gemini? Spirits, angels, guides. Ooh, what is holding you back, Geminis? It's holding back my Gemini. We have barrier. Interesting. Well, that would be being held back. So let's see if we can find out why. Hold on, I got something going on with my computer. Okay, all right, sorry guys. So barrier, some blockage. Let's see. Okay, we have a blockage maybe in a friendship or some form of giving and receiving type energy here. Abundance and spiritual in the reverse. Interesting. So we have barrier, friend, abundance, and spiritual in reverse. So you may be blocked from your intuitions. That's the first thing I'm getting out of this. Maybe being distracted with friendships as well. That could be what's holding you back. There's some sort of there's some sort of oh gosh, it feels like a veil. It feels cloudy, cloudiness. I wouldn't be surprised if like the moon card comes out for you here, Gem. Um, right now you're not connected with your higher self, it feels like. For others of you, there's a barrier in a friendship that you hold in deep regard, but it affects you being able to receive some sort of completion or abundance with this person because you're not seeing the spiritual inclination of the friendship for some, okay? But that's still rubbing me as a blockage in your third eye here, okay? So what's holding Gemini back? What's holding Gemini back? For some of you, you may also be always giving, always giving, always giving. And for some, if that's the case, you have friendships that you're always supplying, you're always lending a hand, you're always giving a hand out. You know what I mean? That should be cut off, or there should be some form of like gatekeeping system with this barrier card. We shouldn't be so willing here because of because of the spiritual inclinations of these friendships. Gemini. Okay. Deep, heavy stuff coming out for you right off the bat. Okay, what's holding Gemini back? Ooh, almost lost that whole deck. Okay. What is holding Gemini's back? His spirits, angels, spirits. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Shit, you guys. King of Pentacles is a provider. Stable, rooted, grounded, predictable, reliable, fatherly energy, committed. Really do feel that provider coming out with the hands, right? Again, you might be really catering to someone or carrying someone financially. Excuse me. Seven of Cups. There's definitely some illusion, some fantasy. Um, there's something here about that veil, right? That confusion, that veil. This is a disconnection between your physical world, your body, right? And your spirit. Feels like maybe your imagination gets in the way of your ability to receive abundance, or you're always so busy giving it away to other people, so you don't receive your abundance, or you don't get to keep your abundance. For some, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I don't know if I said that here, Gemini. Seven of Cups is that veil. Your mind may get in the way, clouding up your third eye, clouding up your intuition. Yes, men. I heard yes, men. For some of you, Gemini, you got a lot of yes men around you, or people that are just willing to be around because of who you are, or they know that you're committed to them. Emperor takes care of everyone. Masculine energy. Now, another spin on this Aries, by the way, with that card. Another spin on this, if you're not always feeling like you're pleasing everybody all the time, giving to people or one particular person all that you have, um, it feels like there's this barrier between you and what you desire. The acknowledgement. Thank you, Spirit, because there's something about you have something right in your hand, Gemini. So your abundance, which you seek, could be a far closer than you believe it is. And the veil of the mind is what is preventing you from seeing it. Emperor rules the roost, takes care of everyone. King of Pentacles does that as well. Again, with that provider. I can't get off that provider energy. If this is not your energy, Gemini, for some, you're relying too much on someone else to give to you all the time. But again, with the spiritual inclination, there's a spiritual inclination to this friendship or to this person that you're not seeing here. Okay, so how does Gemini receive? How does Gemini receive? Thank you, Spirit. This is how you get what you want here, baby. How you get what you want. We've got Sun card in reverse. Ooh, we got 10 of Swords in reverse. Strength. Ooh, in reverse. Gem, some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Because we have the Sun and the Strength card. My phone just went off. Ding. Oh. Strength and the Sun are both cards of Leo. There's something you're not seeing here, Gemini. There's something you're not seeing. Something maybe that you're avoiding seeing, or you're purposefully keeping yourself shrouded in illusion from, maybe burying yourself away from. How do you get what you want? I'm gonna say it in the best, nicest way possible. You gotta go get it. We gotta go get it, baby. What's going on here? How do you receive what you want? You gotta actually go get it. Something you're not seeing something. Maybe you're not seeing the realm of possibility. Maybe you're not seeing the ways that you can break free from old people, old habits, old ways, from old friendships. Maybe you feel here like it's just your burden to bear. But then if that's the case, well, then it's going to be. I'm very shocked by this energy coming out on what you can do right now. This tells me that right now you may be living in a cloud of darkness that you've maybe purposely allowed it, or maybe purposely cultivated for yourself. Yeah. How do you get what you want? Well, you've got to go out and go get it. You have to be honest. You have to be courageous and brave and not let something or someone or anything really hold you back. For those of you in the category of providing for someone else all the time, it's like, if it doesn't feel good, why you do it? If it doesn't feel like a proper investment, why do we give to it? That's what it feels like here. So, how to get what you want is a little easier than you believe it is, Gemini, because all you have to do is go get what you want, realign. I almost wanted to say realign to what you want, but it's more like realign to possibility. There's a sadness here. There's an avoidance here. There's fear here. There could be ego here. So, how do you get what you want? You've got to stop feeding what you don't want. And then you've got to go get and invest in what you do want. Some of you, it's if it's not you providing for someone else all the time, maybe it's you're expecting others to carry you, darling. And I'm not trying to sound any kind of way, but we're not seeing something here. So it could be very much your behavior. It could very much be, for lack of a better way to put it, your fault. But that's okay because that's the that is the best. To hear that it's you is even better because that means you have the power to change it. You've just got to gain the strength to change it here, Gemini. You feel like you're closing yourself off from something or from some bit of truth or from some bit of acknowledgement. And all it's doing is giving you what you don't want to see in your life. That's the point of this. So, Gemini, how do you get what you want? You go get what you want. Well, you also have to align to it. You also have to figure out what you want. So that requires a level of honesty. It requires a level of being forthright with oneself about what do you think? What do you feel? What are you really investing here? What are you giving in order to receive? What are you giving in order to receive? And look at exactly what it is that you've received thus far. And ask yourself, Gemini, if your current investments of vibration stand true to where you want to be. And if they don't, that is what needs to change, love. That is what needs to change. There's some form of acknowledgement, like an acknowledgement that is really keeping you in a protective bubble of confusion, like on purpose. It really does feel intentional. So I don't know if that's someone around you, some friend or person around you that, maybe boss, father, spouse, something of that nature could be involved here for some of you, right? It could be that person. Or it could be all internal, your masculine energy. Cultivating here a purposeful barrier of confusion. You can't trick yourself, Gemini. When you say, I'm weak, your highest self goes, no, you're strong. And you go, la, 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 la. But then we wonder, why aren't we happier? Why don't we produce more? What it, how are you going to have something right here in the palm of your hand and like purposely not notice it? It's like you're trying to put some form of illusion on someone or on yourself. Like fingers in the ears, very purposefully and intentionally disconnected from either what you want or purposefully and intentionally disconnected from your higher self, which is preventing you from receiving what you want. Okay, guys? So I know that's kind of a hard message to hear, but take it with a grain of salt, take it in stride as it applies to you, and I hope it helps you. Either way, I hope it helps you gain some clarity. The greatest key that you could do, the greatest thing that you can do here is be honest with yourself and have this that third eye that we're trying to purposefully keep blinded, that part of ourselves that we're purposely trying to keep blinded, um, that friendship that we're trying to keep the blinders on about, whatever it is that we're like, put up the barrier, pretend, that's what's keeping you from receiving what you want. So once we start living in authenticity and we start connecting to that higher purpose and our higher selves, and the truth of this life and these friendships and these spiritual inclinations and indeed these challenges that we go through, um we start learning all of that, and then we notice change. So it feels like here, Gemini, the power is very much in your own hands to take the blinders off, to let down the barrier walls, to open up and to really be honest with yourself about some things here. And that is going to help you to not hold yourself back from what it is that you actually desire. Okay. All right, Liz. I hope that helps again. Best of luck to you, Geminis. And until I see you next time, peace, love, and light to you always.